Ever noticed how your teen starts something with full josh, then suddenly gives up? It's not laziness, it's not even an attitude problem. Their brain's motivation fuel, that's the dopamine, just shifts gear too fast. Let's understand how it works and how to reset it for steady focus. Namaste, I'm Preeti Durga, a neuroscience-based career coach and a parent just like you. I know that feeling when your teen starts something with full excitement and then suddenly all the energy is gone. You wonder, why can't they just stay focused? Trust me, you're not alone. The truth is, it's not about discipline or effort. It's about how their brain works. Today's world floods them with instant rewards like notifications, likes, small wins, but gives very few slow, satisfying payoffs. And when that balance slips, even the most sincere child starts losing motivation too fast. That's why this conversation matters so much right now, because when we understand what's happening inside their brain, we stop blaming and start guiding better. So today, let's explore how we can bring back that spark, not through pressure or lectures, but through small science-backed changes that make motivation last longer. A few weeks ago, I met a parent named Anita. She was talking about her 15-year-old son Arav and she sighed. He starts everything so well, studies, guitar, even fitness. But somehow it doesn't last. After a few days, his focus just fades. When I met Arav, he wasn't careless or disinterested. He looked tired. He said quietly, "Ma'am, I try, but my mind gets bored too fast." And that one line stayed with me. My mind gets bored too fast. When we spoke more, Anita realized this wasn't attitude. It was wiring. Arav's brain was used to short bursts of excitement, not slow progress. Once they added small breaks, visible milestones, and gentle rewards, she noticed a change. And she told me later, "I wish I'd understood this earlier. Maybe I wouldn't have nagged so much." That's when it hit me. Most of us don't need stricter rules. We just need to understand how motivation really works. Think about it. What really happens when this keeps repeating again and again? Your teen starts something, stops midway, and slowly begins to believe, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Over time, their confidence drops, not because they can't do it, but because their brain keeps craving quick wins. Now imagine this continuing quietly for years. Half-finished goals, lost excitement, and that bright curiosity fading away. What kind of adult does that shape? Someone capable but unsure, hesitant to trust their own efforts. It's not anyone's fault. It's just how today's world trains our brain. The good news, once we understand how motivation really works, we can help our teens build focus and confidence step by step with empathy, but not pressure. And this is where things start to turn around. Once we realize motivation isn't about willpower, but about how the brain resets dopamine, everything begins to make sense. The best part, you don't need big changes, just small daily tweaks that, help the brain enjoy steady effort again. Here's something that's helped many parents I have worked with. The Motivation Reset Planner. It's a simple science-backed routine that you can try at home with your teens. It helps track small wins, plan short breaks, and keep focus without stress. In a few minutes, I'll walk you through on how to use it, and by the end of this session, you will be able to download this totally free. But for now, just remember this: motivation can be rebuilt gently and consistently when we understand how the brain finds joy in progress. So let's first understand what's really going on inside the brain. Dopamine is that little chemical spark that makes us feel excited to do something, right? It's what gives us the push to start and the satisfaction when we finish it. Now, the challenge is, in today's world, the brain gets that spark too often and too easily. One scroll, one notification, one quick like, and boom, a tiny hit of happiness inside, right? So, but when your teen sits down to study or work on something that takes time, the brain says, "Where's my quick reward?" and it switches off. It's not that they don't care or they aren't serious about it. Their brain has simply learned to expect instant results. It's like driving a car in first gear all the time. Perfect for short sprints, but the moment you hit a long highway, it struggles to keep pace, isn't it? And truthfully, it's not just teens. We feel it too. The urge to check the phone during meetings or scroll before bed. Same wiring, just a grown-up version of the same loop. Now let's make this practical, because motivation isn't something we can force. It's something we build slowly, okay? Through the way our brain connects efforts and reward. I want to walk you through a few small shifts you can begin today. Simple, doable, and incredibly powerful once they become your habits. So the first step is make progress visible instantly. You know, motivation drops when efforts goes unnoticed. The brain needs to see that what it did mattered. सोच के देखिए, when your teen studies for 30 minutes or practices an instrument, do they ever get to see their progress, or do they just move to the next thing? So next time, pause and say, I saw you stayed focused for half an hour. That's a win. Or help them tick off a small task on a chart or whiteboard, something their eyes can register as done. This tiny visual cue releases dopamine, the brain's way of saying, good job, keep going. So one father I worked with did something like this, right? He added a tiny sticker for every hour his son studied, right? At first, it felt silly. But after weeks, his son said, I like seeing how much I have done. That's motivation built through visibility, not pressure. Second step, use micro breaks to reset your attention, right? Our brain isn't designed for long, endless focus. It works best in waves, effort, pause, effort again. So instead of telling your teen, sit until you finish this chapter, try this. Let's do one topic, take a 5 minutes break, and then start the next. Keep these breaks to maybe about 20 minutes. That small reset keeps dopamine flowing steadily instead of spiking and crashing. The trick is keep the breaks real, not digital. Like stretch, drink water, walk to the balcony. Even better, make it like a family moment, like a short chat, a shared laugh, right? It teaches the brain that rest isn't escape, it's recovery. And when recovery feels safe, effort becomes easier. Trust me, this one small rhythm can reduce so many study time battles at home, even with your young children. Step 3, replace why aren't you with what's making it harder. This one shift changes everything. Instead of asking why aren't you focusing, try what's making it hard to focus right now. That one sentence turns off the brain's alarm system, right? And opens the door for real communication. Our teens don't resist learning, they resist judgment. When you get curious instead of critical, their prefrontal cortex, the part that controls focus and reasoning, lights up instead of shutting down. Like one mother, I worked with, tried this once and stayed silent after asking this question, right? And her son said, I feel like I'll fail anyway, so why bother? That single moment of honesty changed everything between them. Just सोच के देखिए, कभी-कभी बस एक सवाल और थोड़ा सा स्पेस इतना ही काफी होता है. Step 4, model focus. Don't just keep lecturing it. Children learn focus not from what we say, but from what we do. right? If we are constantly multitasking, scrolling and half listening, उनका brain वही mirror करता है. So pick one moment daily, maybe during dinner or while helping, with homework, and keep your phone away completely. That quiet presence teaches more than any lecture on concentration ever can. It shows that calm attention feels good, not forced. You'll see when you model stillness, they start to mirror it. And step 5, close the day with what went well. Every night before they sleep, ask one gentle question, Aaj kya acha gaya? What went well today? No advice, no correction, just listen. This small reflection helps the brain replay effort instead of mistakes, building confidence for the next day. And if you share your own, like today I finally finished that report I was avoiding, it tells them that growth is a family habit, not a burden. You'll notice over time, this single bedtime question lowers anxiety and builds quiet pride. Because motivation grows best in calm soil, not fear, not control, just steady understanding. So start with one of these today. You don't need to fix everything overnight. Just begin with curiosity, notice what shifts, and celebrate every small sign, of progress. That's how the brain learns to find joy in effort, and that's how motivation becomes a rhythm, not a chase. Now do this with me. Take a small breath and close your eyes. Just imagine your home a few weeks from now. It's evening, your teens at the study table, a half-finished notebook open, a cup of chai or water beside them. You hear the quiet hum of focus. No raised voices, just calm energy. When they take a short break, they tell you, I finished that topic. And you smile because this time it's steady, not forced. After dinner, you both sit for 5 minutes and share one good thing from the day. Nothing dramatic, Just small peaceful moments returning, right? This is how motivation looks when it's rebuilt the right way. Calm, consistent, real. And it starts with the simple thing you have already begun to change today. If today's conversation felt like a mirror to your home, take the next small step. Download the Motivation Reset Planner I mentioned earlier. It's free and it's helped so many parents build steady focus and calm energy at home. You'll find simple prompts to track small wins, plan gentle breaks, and create your child's daily motivation rhythm. And I'd really love to hear from you. Share in the comments which idea you are going to start with first. Because when one parent shares, it inspires many others. Join thousands of families choosing clarity over confusion, effort over exhaustion, and calm over chaos. Together, we are creating homes where learning feels lighter and motivation lasts longer. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me today. Every time a parent chooses understanding over pressure, a child learns confidence over fear. That's something truly worth feeling proud of. Take a moment to appreciate yourself for showing up, for listening, and for learning with an open heart. I'm Preeti Durga signing off from Career Crafting Conversations, where we don't just talk about careers, we create fulfilling futures.